I'll assume one at a time. That's what I'll do. Since we have the power to only focus on one of them at a time. That's what I'll do. Art lab back door, Kokichi's lockpick, Necronomicon,
We must consider
and...
other possibilities.
Well then,
Gentlemen, not be.
There we go.
I thought Tenko did it.
A dead chick can't be the culprit!
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's not that far-fetched.
True.
Who the culprit is? But it's definitely not me!
That a robophobic.
Okay, nothing with her. There were several suspicious statements, but only one is obviously inconsistent. I listen carefully, sort the statements in my head, and find the answer. Let's go to Gonta for now.
Consider other possible. Gentlemen, not betray student council.
He tries to lock me in, but he can't.
And do you have an alibi for last night?
Gonta in room talking to bug friends. Much better than being out too late at night. Ask bug friends if Kyo doubt Gonta.
I can't. Robophobic. Insult.
Okay, let's go over to Kibo here, Keyboy.
Go consider other possibilities. Surely there must be a suspect who will not be in council.
That's utterly impossible. Not just anyone could open that door. Only student council members had access.
Oh, not only
I heard it!
Kokichioma, not only.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
I'm getting good at this stuff. This actually, like the three-way thing is actually a lot easier when I have the proper passives and skills.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Could you put out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole and lock? Click, 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 and click. There, opens as me.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
Oh, you truly did, didn't you?
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
He's lying.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
He's lying.
The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
You cheeky fucker, you. Kokichioma. The most impish man in the world.
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
He's not, Gonta. He's not.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
Oh, Miyu.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
The back door. That was the one that was locked last.
That's it!
It was locked last.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Tool the culprit used lock sliding door from the outside was. Oh, mine, start. Alright, let's do this. Start searching, y'all. Start searching. We can do this. We can find it. I know we can. Gotta be around here somewhere. Come on, come on. Where are you? Oh! There it is! The sword. That's what he used, the golden katana.
I see it.
The sheath they couldn't have used. The sheath is still back in Korekyo's room. So they used the katana to close it.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it.
Mm-hmm.
The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Skull bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Is he talking about the blade from the very first game? The toy katana? Maybe.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it.
Oh shit, maybe there was a katana. Because that katana, I believe it was also dyed golden or something. Or that's in sort of a goldish yellow color. I'm pretty certain of it. Right?
So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right?
Maybe it's a replica of that katana. Oh, that'd be cool.
But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
True.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose. What could it have been? Culprit somehow used a setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If you do that, the way to culprit locked the room should be clear. Alright, let's do this. Psyche Taxi start, let's do this. Okay. How do we drive again? Remember it now. Accelerate with A, concentrate with RB. Okay. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Let's go and drive it out, y'all. I gotta say, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a pretty fun part. I really highly enjoyed this. Highly enjoyed this. There's a car in front of me. Don't want to be hitting those cars. Go nice and easy. Down the center. Oh, yep, down the center. Very left. It's not hit the edge. A little bit to the right. Good. Cross over to the right lane. Not the rightmost lane, but just the right lane. See, oh god, I'm missing out some marks. Oh boy. Oh, got it. What turned the handle of this sliding lock? I do believe the katana did it. I believe the katana done it. And the reason it was attached to the thinking time. Okay, we got it. Let's do this. Thinking time. What could have done it? The effigy's hand, katana's hilt. Definitely katana's hilt. Yes, good. Katana's hilt, good. The handle. Okay, let's go for this. The katana was attached to Kaede's statue, and the Kaede statue probably was twisted. Remember how I told you that maybe the statue like was twisted in a bunch of ways and then was unwound? Yeah? Maybe that's what it was. The statue was twisted and unwound, or maybe swung or something, in order to get the hilt to hit the lock and lock it from the inside. Gotta be it, gotta be it. Let's go and keep going with this here for a little bit. See if we can get to the next pass here. The faster we do it, the better it is for us anyway. The more points we'll get. So far I've been acing the trials, which has been pretty good so far on my regard. I've been kind of doing a lot better than it did with previous trials in the first and second game. Come on, come on, come on. A little more. And Dunsky. What was done to make the katana turn the lock? I was pretty sure the statue had to be turned and moved. The katana turned the lock. What do we got? What kind of options we got here? Thinking time. Katana was stabbed to effigy. Sliding lock was tampered with. Katana was stabbed into the effigy. That's a pretty obvious one. There we go. Let's get the next one going here. Kind of like this one. I kind of like this challenge here. It's not really much of a challenge. It's more just a really relaxed, very stylized look. Stylized way of I don't know, kind of like throwing an arcade as part of the gameplay mechanics. It's not crucial by any chance whatsoever, but it's fun. It's actually really fun. I'm having a good time. Got middle lane. Yep, no left lane. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's go for that right lane. Turn. Oh boy. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good. Yep. Left lane, careful. Oh, so close. If only I was stayed in a little bit more. How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? I'm pretty sure the effigy was swung up. I'm pretty sure. It did good time as well. Let's get this right though. Spinning it, swinging it back and forth, making it fall. I believe spinning it. I think that's what it was. I'm going with spinning it. Hell yeah. Good. Told you. That statue was wound and then it was spun. So that it would unwind itself in the hilt of the blade. Yeah, the katana's hilt would hit the lock. See? It does connect. It really does connect. If you really think about it, that's an ingenious way to do that.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
Okay, Tsumugi.
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Yeah, the lock moves really easily.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
True.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
Although the scythe did come from Maki's lab.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
True, that's a good distraction actually.
Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
Now he's being honest.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
I believe him. I genuinely believe him. This is Kokichi. This is... See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. As much as I didn't like how Kokichi was very impish about it, Kokichi still stays true to himself no matter what. Like, he knows when to be manipulative, but this is a moment where he's actually being genuinely honest.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
He's a detective after all. What do you mean?
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
No, not in here. Jesus.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
I don't want to see Kokichi playing with himself.
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
Oh.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh.
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
I mean, me, if you were to ask, I would have done it earlier, you cum dumpster. I still feel awful just saying that. I know it's a joke and everything, but I feel still pretty awful just saying that.
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council.
Could Tenko by any chance be put up on chopping block regarding that, however? If you consider all student council members.
Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I'd never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
The Suspect Rangers. Wow, here we just made an entire squad. The Suspect Rangers. Leave it in the comments below if you want to join the Suspect Rangers, everybody. Let's form a Suspect Rangers team. We'll have Suspect Bots. I don't know, right? Yeah, Suspect Zoids? Is that what they're called? I don't know, man. I haven't seen freaking Power Rangers in forever.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers.
You can catch me with my pants down if you know what I mean. No. Let's not be bad. Let's not be me, you.
What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Aw.
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What?
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Kimiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Himiko! How could you do this to her?
Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Aw.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth.
Kaito? I think he's trying... First of all, he's trying to comfort her, and Kaito is trying to be almost like a big brother figure again. He's done it before, he's done it multiple times now.
I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito! Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is... Death Curse!
Sounds like a death curse, Jesus.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Yeah, that would.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
You tell him, Kaito.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
Not gonna lie, Kaito's infectious boisterism and inspiration, it really gets to me in a good way.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Why is it only now that this idiot becomes like a really good leader figure? Why is it only now? You Kaito, you idiot, you inspirational, very inspirational, very convincing idiot. Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, bud. I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Let's keep that in mind of everybody who has made it so intentional. I feel like Kokichi knows something. I feel like Kokichi is getting somewhere there. I think he hit his head right on the floorboard, and he might have gotten an idea there. I believe Tenko's case could definitely be pretty important for Angie's case. There are two options. It's either extremely important or not important at all and a distraction. We'll have to keep that in mind.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrotch?
Tancrotch!
I know, right? People who attend the seance. People who attend the seance. Korekio, Shuichi, Himiko, and Kokichi. No. Yeah. Yeah, Korekio, Shuichi, Himiko, Kokichi. Yeah.
That's it!
Okay, good. I just make sure I get my names right.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
We're not. That's the thing. We're not. All of us were in the room at the time that it all happened. All of us were in the room at the time that it all happened. And then, throughout our seance, somebody crawled from underneath, broke through the lower partition, lower netted partition, and they used the weapon to kill Tanko. That's what happened. None of us could have been it. I'm pretty certain.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
He was pretty adamant about it. He was pretty adamant.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
True. That is true. However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. Middle room is always best with stuff like this. Very well. I should begin the preparations at once. True. Himiko did suggest the room.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Mm-hmm. Point of entry from outside must be referring to. Floorboard on the Tanko were loose. Culprit might have gone under the floor to enter. Tanko was atop the entire seance, like the floorboard we used. There was not a location that we could have entered. There was not a location we could enter and exit without using the area.
I was wrong!
Well, shit. I thought we just wanted to talk about the downstairs. It was this area here, right? Yeah.
There!
That'd be it. Okay, good, good, good. There we go.
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
You can?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Huh.
By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second!
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
No.
Hold on a second!
He's bright as hell, isn't he? It's true that with a little light you could move around under the floor. But is that possible?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because
was a
it
candle.
wasn't dark under the floor.
No, there was a candle.
You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
They did have a light.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Not Kibo.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I think we got a lie
I
here.
said hold on a second.
That's what I'm feeling. We
He
got a
used
lie
his robot
here.
functions to commit the murders.
Thanks for this
Hold
music
on
here.
a second!
I feel like we got a lie here. It's true that with a little light you could move around under the floor. But is that possible? Let me review this a little bit here. Function that Miyu has added to Kibo, he can emit a blinding light from his eyes. It would have been
Culprit sneaked in during
blinding.
the seance by crawling under the floor.
We would be able to see through the floorboard
But
though.
it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
No, that's not it. Shit. Okay, so that's not it.
Wrong.
I genuinely feel like we got a lie here,
Culprit
though.
sneaked in. But under the floor.
I genuinely feel like we got a lie here.
See if they were under the floor.
Because it wasn't under the floor.
Uh-huh.
Our villain had a light.
I mean, candle?
I mean, flashlight function.
No, hold on a second. Could have used that function to get under the floor.
Yeah, there we go, there we go.
I'll reveal the truth.
That music, when you hear the whispers in the background, that's the lie, that's the
You
lie.
gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct?
That's the lie music. Whenever you
Did
hear,
you not notice?
Oh, sorry, it's on auto.
I didn't notice what.
There we go. Good, I turned it off from auto. That's good, that's good. But in particular, you gotta listen and thank you, by the way. Thank you, everybody who gave me the tip for listening to the music and stuff. When you hear the music and just like those little like whisper singing kind of thing, and that kind of octave and stuff, or that kind of like tone, like very darkish tone, and that's like a giveaway for the lies. That's what you gotta listen to for in this particular sessions and everything. Apparently that's a giveaway. So thank you so much for letting me know, by the way. It's hard to believe that Kibo is a culprit in this case. It's even harder to believe that this trial isn't being manipulated by someone. So even if I have to lie to defend Kibo.
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake!
But you make mistakes a lot. A whole lot.
She does.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
Okay.
If he can't see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that. So Kibo couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Is that true, Kibo? Is what Shuichi said true?
He's not gonna say anything. Come on, Kibo, please play along. Kibo.
Well, I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already. Just turn it off. We're gonna go blind.
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
I mean, makeup, no makeup, I'm cool with either. Makeup's good, but I'm cool with either.
That's
Oh my god, Shuichi, just be like, okay, for once,
Shuichi,
please.
I'm so sorry.
Oh god, stop blinding us.
Damn, that is seriously bright.
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
True, thank you, Maki. The hole.
yes. The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh, they couldn't have?
We were there after all. We would know.
Notice how, notice how Korekyo is very, like, trying to take over the case here a little bit. He's trying to take over the case a little bit here. He thinks he knows who it is, but he doesn't know fully. He thinks he knows who it is, he's trying to grasp the case, and trying to use this kind of gesture as if he's trying to nitpick it and grasp it in his hands, but he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it, which is why he's so suspicious. He is suspicious.
There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember?
We would have seen light as well if it was from his blinding light.
If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
I wish you were, though.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Which is weird. Why even make him a robot in the first place if he's not gonna be so adamant? Like, what makes him really an ultimate? Give me a sec, just have to adjust my neck here. I mean, being an ultimate robot, I would think he would be a combination of peak ingenuity of human creation, as well as self-conscious AI, rather than, you know, be like Pinocchio, like every other boy kind of thing.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Oh.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
Yeah.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Gonta think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
He wasn't actually asking you for legit.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
I feel bad for Gonta. Gonta is such a good dude. Gonta's such a good dude is getting bullied around by Kokichi. Kokichi, lay off Gonta, come on.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
No, the marked it with a stone. And the only person who would have remembered the layout in the first place, I believe, would only be Kokichi. He'll be the only person to remember the entire layout of how the circle, the magic circle, would look, or how the ritual circle would look.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Oh, that's a reference to the second game, first trial, first case. I remember it. Oh boy.
The corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
So many references.
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
Another?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, there'll be energy speaking through you. Understood. Not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes. She was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Gonta think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads!
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Wow. Okay, what are you on about then, girl? What are you on about?